Hello everyone, welcome back to what is another tier list video on QuickTaku.
That's right!
It was really enjoyable last time, so I thought we'd come back again with a new topic with the same guy, Kevin from Kevin Yar.
Yeah, how's it going? That's me.
That's Kevin. Today we're going to be talking about, or ranking, anime movies, which should be quite fun because, well, there's a lot of great anime movies out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. I don't think there's that many in total, like, overall, but there's a lot of good ones, so...
There's more good TV series than there are movies, but the movies that are good tend to be really fucking good. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and show Kevin my 3x3 of the movies.
Well, what was he cooking? Send it, what was he cooking?
Here you go, Kevin.
Wait, what? Wait, you didn't put the one that I thought you were gonna put, 100% put.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you think? Have I missed something? Have I missed something?
What the fuck is Tomoko Love Story? What? I'm so confused. Wait, I just realized what the bottom right is. Oh my god. What?
Hey, calm down. These will be explained.
Oh my...
I don't know, I think it's a solid list. Like you mentioned A Whiskered Away, you're like, oh my god. I think it has charm.
Yeah, there's some better films with charm, mate. There's two films that you didn't put that I thought you would have put.
Kevin, we are human. We cannot predict.
We are human.
Exactly. We will put. We are human.
No.
I am human. Yeah, okay then, let's see yours then. I want to see what you have decided
Yep.
are the best.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yours is basically exactly what I expected, besides maybe... Is it Promare? However you say it.
Yep, Promare.
Yeah, this is a solid list. There's not much you can complain about here.
The one that we had, that was the prize that we had was The Weathering with You. Why do we both have that?
Oh, well, I think, well, it's the best Shinkai film I've seen. I mean, I don't know about you, maybe you disagree.
Yeah, I mean, these aren't necessarily like my top 9 favorite anime films, because otherwise there'd be some others on here that are like the end of like a TV series film. But I was like, okay, I already have 2 on there, which might as well put on other things that are just standalone that people can watch. Let's
take these films, we'll add a few of the popular choices that some other people are going to be yelling at us for missing.
I mean, that we definitely missed some lists, like the glaringly obvious.
Yeah.
Alright, it's gonna be interesting to rank your one. Oh my god.
Okay, so we have gone ahead and added the films to tiermaker.com, and we're ready to start ranking them.
Yes, we also added a few more anime films that are missing that we didn't have on our list that people are going to ask, where are they?
Yeah, and probably the biggest offender of that, out of all of them, Your Name. The one that people are going to be like, why did you have Your Name? And I think the reason why we didn't have Your Name is because we already had Weathering with You, both of us. And that's enough Shinkai for one man's list, you know? Yeah.
I know, because he's a one-trick pony. Alright, go ahead and put Your Name over it. No, it's not over.
No, I would have to disagree with that.
It's just, I think it's good stuff. That's what I think. I think Shinkai got, I wouldn't say lucky, he made like 3 AMVs in that movie and people really liked it, and it got to be, at the time, the most popular anime movie of all time. But it's not anymore, but for like a couple of years, it held that #1 spot. I think it's good, but could be improved writing-wise.
And he definitely did, at least on the character side, improve it later on. And when you look at Weathering with You and Your Name together, I just feel like Your Name is the weaker of the two in, like, pretty much every regard, I would say. So yeah, it's good stuff because it looks amazing. Like, Shinkai nailed that from Your Name. That's where that started. Like, his films prior to Your Name, they still looked good, but Your Name was where he really like honed in on the visual design of it all and like crafting beautiful scenery and stuff. But his characters, they peaked at so far at Weathering with You. We'll see about his next film. But yeah, good stuff. Yeah,
it's pretty good stuff. All right, next one is the OG Ghost in the Shell.
Yes. It's been so long since I've seen Ghost in the Shell, to be honest. I didn't want... It took me so long to even watch it to begin with because it's so complicated at this point. I feel like there's so many Ghost in the Shell stuff out there, but...
Yeah, but this was the OG where it's like it started with what is a human and how much can you transform your body, your human body, so that at what point do you stop becoming human, if at all?
A philosophical
which is
question.
The original message.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then literally every other sci-fi dystopian punk futuristic one copied Ghost in the Shell.
It was definitely a trendsetter.
Well, yeah, while it's not on my list of my favorite, like not even my top 10, I still think it's a must-watch because it's like you need to know where it started from, and it's still a good film in that regard. Like, so I think it's just a must-watch if you're like, you need to know the history. It's just a must-watch in that regard.
Boom, in must-watch it goes. Now, Ghibli. We're tackling Ghibli for the first of 3 times on this list.
Oh god, the greatest living director, Hayao Miyazaki. No, he's not.
Do people really believe that now? I feel like that's like a meme at this point.
Who is that? He's just a boomer. But even at the time, he's made a lot of average films. Like,
yes.
Yeah, they're animated really well, and they don't tackle your typical, anime cliches or tropes. But then the stories that he tries to tell a lot of the time are very just like aesthetic-wise and not writing-wise. They're good, except for a few, of course. Spirited Away is, I think it's really overrated.
I too would agree it's overrated. I think the fact that it got an Oscar gave it a lot of attention.
And he wasn't even there to receive it. Okay, boomer, next one.
Okay, Makuya, haven't seen this one, so
I can't believe you actually haven't seen this one. This seems like up your alley, Makuya. This is Mario Okada's directorial debut for films. If you don't know who Mario Okada, she wrote Toradora, Kisniver, and something else that I cannot name right now, but this is her first film debut, and in true Mario Okada style, she writes very dramatic character pieces, and there's definitely going to be a few moments where people get emotionally invested in this film. But there was an aspect of Makuya which was kind of the war themes integrated into this romance about love and family, which didn't really quite work for me. For now, I think it's just good stuff. It's not amazing for me, but I just think it's pretty good. Okay,
so I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Now this one, I have seen, and I personally do really enjoy it. I'm really against the opinion that because of the curveball that's thrown at the ending, that it invalidates everything that's happened up until this point. I feel like what it shows is that
I just remember what you meant.
Yes.
The twist, oh god.
Yeah, the twist. It is a bit jarring, but it is foreshadowed a lot in the film, and I don't think it invalidates the fact that you should cherish the time that you have, because you literally at a split second, even when you're planning for the worst, because obviously she knows she's going to die of the is it something to do with the pancreas, obviously, and but the point of the film is that you should cherish every moment that you have, and I don't think the ending, or what happens towards the ending, invalidates that at all, in my opinion.
I don't think that it needs to be there. I don't think that the twist needs to be there, honestly, at all. Because if you think about it, how unlucky does one have to be honest? She got really unlucky in life, if you think about it. It's just like, oh my god.
It's still within, it could happen. I'm sure it's happened in the world, unfortunately. Like, it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. Overall, it's still a beautiful film that has a lot of merit to it, and I do think it's not overrated. It's not a must-watch. Good stuff. Okay. Akira, another film I haven't seen that I probably should have, considering it's like considered the classic anime movie, but yeah.
Of all time that people, even other living directors, reference as Akira. I mean, this is similar to like Ghost in the Shell in the way like this movie is so influential to so many, not just anime directors, but like living directors in general, that you just have to watch it because it's animated really well. there's no CGI at the time, but it's also like a futuristic dystopian society, but messages about war this time instead of philosophical ones. A must-watch. It's like historically it's a must-watch, but like is the film? I just think the film is good quality overall, but it's a must-watch in that it's just a historical one that you just have to see.
Does it like, I don't know when you watched it, but I'm guessing it was.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, but did it feel outdated at the time? And do you think if you watched it now, would it feel outdated?
It wouldn't feel outdated. The animation goes hard.
It goes hard. Okay.
Yeah, and never stops.
I know they've remastered it a couple times. So, would you say it's good? Would you say it's must watch or good stuff?
Just put it at the top of good stuff.
Weathering with You. Now, yeah, we kind of already briefly talked about it when discussing Your Name, but it's a better Your Name in every regard. Like, he doesn't make the music videos overthrow the story. They complement the story really quite well when I think about it, particularly the first one when they're sort of running around town to research the Sunshine Girl phenomena, or like myth, whatever you want to call it. It really does, it helps build the relationship that those three characters have.
Well, this time he actually writes having characters, you know? He has a well-written guy, or I say well-written. The guy character this time actually has motivations of, you know, wanting to save his girl.
Yes.
And the girl character actually has, you know, her own motivations, unlike Your Name, where it's just mostly the girl, you know, wanting to live out the city life.
Yeah.
And then their resolutions actually solved, you know, on screen instead of let's cut away.
Yeah.
To whatever.
And also keeping on the subject of characters, even the side characters actually have you know, relevance and purpose within the wider story, whereas Your Name, they literally don't. It's just Mitsuha and Taki. That's it. No other character matters really when you think about it.
Yeah, it might be not stylistically better than Your Name, but it's just written much better. Again,
like looking at where it belongs on here, it's really hard to say it's a must-watch.
Yeah, I think it's good stuff.
Again, it is good stuff, but above Your Name.
Yeah,
good stuff.
above. Oh yeah.
Okay, Promare. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Promare. It's just Promare.
Promare. From Studio Trigger. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if anyone knows what Studio Trigger is, oh boy, what have they been cooking in Promare? I mean, you've seen the Gurren Lagann. If you've seen Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill, you know the hyper stylized action where they go absolutely hard. I mean, one of the main characters looks like Kamina from Gurren Lagann.
Yes, and he really does. Yeah. And yeah,
it's just about rising up over the government, basically. Essentially, that's the story. But overly hype, and if you like stylized action, like hyper stylized action, then you'll just like this film. Is it a must-watch? A Studio Trigger. Can you name another Studio Trigger that's a must-watch? If there's like a Trigger show that anyone has to watch.
Yeah, Space Patrol Luluko. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I think there's better Trigger stuff, but I mean that's hard for me to say because I haven't seen it. But I've really
this can be good
stuff. Okay, fairly high in good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Can't wait to be roasted for this one. I honestly thought more people like.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
I thought more people liked this movie, but apparently a lot of people are in Kevin's camp. It's got like a 6 on IMDb, which is
that's what it deserves. That's what it deserves.
Which I think is a bit sad because it evoked this like enchanted feeling of like the cat world and everything. I haven't seen. And I personally haven't seen much like it. Maybe there's like a Ghibli film that's very similar. I don't know.
Yeah, there is. It's called Arrietty, The Secret World of Arrietty.
I know where you want it to go.
Oh yeah, for a top films list of all time anime films. Nah, man.
I guess it's not. It's not a top film.
This ain't it.
All right, boss. Fair enough. It's there. Okay then. All right, this one's a lot better. This was a pick of mine.
Okay, this
you
one,
you have to say this is better. Jose is. I made a video on Jose. You can watch it, by the way. What I love about Jose is how Jose comes in. She's so enclosed off. She views the outside world as a danger in every regard, and then through Sueno, she sort of understands that you can only truly experience life if you learn to let go a bit. I think that is like why I love Jose, and it's also a love story that is actually quite well done. Yeah, what's your thoughts on Jose, Kevin?
Yeah, I think it portrays like a person having a disability in life, like portrayed really well, because it's conveyed in the way where like obviously Jose is in a wheelchair and it's really hard asking for help or going out on her by herself, and it's like wants her to be like more open to others, but he hasn't actually experienced what it's like living with this disability. And then at a certain point he realizes like, oh, it's like, yeah, how can I just say, oh, just to go out, like be happy, like it doesn't work that way.
Yes, actually it's good that you mentioned that, because I think one of the good things about Jose is that that both the characters realize they have flaws, even though Sueno is presented as like this perfect person in the beginning. They both have flaws, you know. Like Jose's is a bit more like, you know, you can see it more, because when I say flaw, I just mean like something that inhibits your life, you know, like with a physical disability, that of course that's going to have some sort of impact on your life. But Sueno's presented as perfect, but through the film you pick up on these little things that he actually isn't perfect. And yeah,
I would say this is a pretty good anime film. I think this is heavily underrated. I don't know if it's a must-watch, but it's definitely heavily underrated, where most people probably haven't seen it.
That's true. Yes. Literally the title of my video on it. Like, yeah, I put in good stuff. Okay, Violet Evergarden movie.
You haven't seen the movie, have you?
I have not. I know it's good. There's no doubt in my mind that it's probably must-watch or even life-changing, but...
I mean, explain. Okay, if you want my explanation, there's my 17-minute video on it you can watch if you want a detailed one, but here's a tale didn't read. This was made before the KyoAni tragedy, and there's a lot of like parallels you can take in the film itself with that tragedy, and the film just becomes that much more impactful on a meta scale. But of course, the film just looks... I think it's the best looking anime film that has been made so far. Definitely is KyoAni's best work, animated film-wise. And I can't really... I don't want to spoil it, but people don't like, you know, a certain aspect of... throughout the series, it was presumed that a character was gone or has disappeared for the longest time. But, and then, you know, they apparently reappeared back in the film. But, I think I've come around now and thinking that, like, there's a reason why, okay?
Yes.
Besides just, oh, we want a good, happy ending. There's a reason that, it furthers Violet's development as overall. And then I think it ties into a perfect conclusion to the series. So that's my TLDR. I think this is... just, yeah, a must-watch in the aspect of this is probably the most beautiful Kyoto animation work that they've made. And also parallels with real life, of course. Yeah, okay. That's, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, do you know what this film is? I don't know if you can even see it. Is this not Hotaru bi no More E? It is, which is a short film, so it's like... I remember watching this in like 2014. Why is this on your list? I mean, I don't think it's bad. I just don't remember it. Like, a big reason is I've watched it kind of, like, more recently than probably you have. I've watched it, like, twice. Oh, definitely. Oh, my God. Yeah, and for a short film, it feels well executed, in my opinion. And there's no other short film on our list, so I feel like we have to give it some credit in that regard. Yeah, this would be an underrated or good. Yeah, so it'll probably be good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Ah, the disappearance. The disappearance. Now, this was... If I'm looking at, like, the tier list, this was life-changing when I watched it, because this is when I realized, oh shit, anime can be fucking good, you know? Anime's fucking awesome. I'll tell you the problem with the disappearance. You don't want to know the biggest problem with disappearance right now. Clickbait.
Tell me the
right now.
Tell me the biggest problem.
You have to watch the fucking series. And the series, for me, it has not aged well. Oh my god. It has
that is
not
one
aged
thing I would
well.
say. It definitely has not aged well.
And you can't. The problem is like, yeah, you can't watch this film without knowing the context of the series. But you have to watch the series to watch this amazing film. So it's like it's annoying when someone asks me, oh, what is this film? It's The Disappearance of Haruhi. It's like, oh, that's a good series, isn't it? That's like, yeah, it's not. But the film is amazing though.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's like it shows how much times have changed, because I feel like back in the day, everyone had seen Haruhi, but now no one's seen Haruhi.
Oh yeah,
it's
no,
crazy.
These Zoomers don't know what Haruhi is. They only know what Demon Slayer is.
It's just crazy to me, because like when I was watching anime to begin with, around the time I watched it, everyone had seen Haruhi. It was a must-watch show, so that's why it was easier to recommend The Disappearance, because if you'd seen Haruhi, you would just watch The Disappearance. But I still think it's a must-watch. You know.
Yeah, and I can't even spoil it, but this is a must-watch then.
Yeah. So if you're out there, kids, and you haven't seen Haruhi, you've got to sit through the 26 episodes so you can watch the film. There you go. Yes. So this one like no one who's watching this will have seen. Well, no one watching this will have seen it because it's like brand new. Unless you're like fortunate enough to live in Japan, then you might have seen it, or you're in Scotland. In which case, you're in the cinema with me.
What is this film? What is the name? What is it called?
It's got a long name. It's called The Tunnel to Summer, The Exit to Goodbyes. And it's a film about a time distortion tunnel that the main character discovers. And what entails is like... I won't spoil it too much, but that's the setup for the film. It's about a tunnel that distorts time. We'll leave it at that. And what you come to appreciate for the film is that you often don't realize how good if you're living your life, right, you're going about your day to day, and you don't give enough time to appreciate the little things that happen to you that make your life that much better, and then when you lose them, you've lost them, they're gone. You know, you've got to appreciate those
it's
things.
that theme. Yeah, it's that theme.
Yes.
I see.
And you can imagine how that incorporates into like a supernatural spin on it. But to me, it was an excellent film, like visually amazing. It ticked all the boxes, and it was like emotionally tight. Like it just it pulled the heartstrings very well, and like I can't really say much more without spoiling it. And I want Kevin to watch this. I want most of you to watch this because I think it's a brilliant film. But there's the climax of the film is so well done. It's honestly really good.
So would you put this in a must-watch for yourself?
I honestly would, yeah.
You can put it at the bottom then. I can't say anything. Haven't seen it. Yeah. No one has seen it except for you.
Yes. But now we have our first life-changing one without without even needing to think about it. Because if you've seen Wolf Children, you know that it's a life-changing film. It is absolutely beautiful, both in presentation and in thematics. It just is. Like, you can't...
Yeah, you're just wrong. This is Hosoda's best film, and if you think otherwise, you're just wrong. Okay? But... Yeah, Wolf Children's like, if you have a mum, yeah, this is life-changing. That's pretty much it.
I think most of us have mums, so yeah.
Life-changing, beautifully directed, the best written one afterwards as well. Even now, Wolf Children is just hits everything. All the characters, presentation, the music. Yeah, you just have to go watch it.
Love Life movie. I had to now. If you know me personally, you know I love idols. I think idols are like a meal deal, like a Tesco meal deal. Because it's like you get the singing, you get the performance, you get the drama, and you get the cute girls. It's like a package combo, you know? Like, that's what I love about idol anime. And the ones that are really good, like Love Live and Idolmaster, are really, really good, in my opinion.
All I'm hearing is that you're a simp.
I am a simp. For idols, yeah, I simp. I simp for Maki-chan any day. Like, she's great.
Why are you arguing for this film? Tell me. Tell the world.
My argument for this film is that I love New York. I love New York as a concept, not so much in reality, I'll be honest, but as a concept, as a city and what it stands for, I love New York, and the way it presents in this film captures that conceptualized idea of it perfectly. You know, like, this is the city of dreams, the city of lights, the city where anything can happen. That it does really well. I love the music in it, of course, because I like idol anime.
You sound like a delusional idol fan right now.
Delusional idol fan?
Yeah.
Nah, mate. Nah.
All right, guys, I'm gonna comment below that he's a delusional idol fan.
How can you call me delusional when I think this belongs in must watch? No, I'm kidding. Obviously, this can't go in must watch because not everyone shares my delusions, according to Kevin. My delusions of idols.
Oh my god.
But okay,
I will allow
it's
this
good stuff.
I will allow this at the very bottom of good stuff. Otherwise,
yes. Come on, Kevin, you've seen the film.
I don't remember it
too.
I
liked
remember it.
I remember you liking it. You liked it at the time.
I mean, it's all right, I guess. I didn't think it was bad. But anyway, moving on.
Okay, a double Ghibli package coming up for you guys. Kiki's Delivery Service, which me and Kevin are now going to argue over which one of these is better.
There's no contest. What?
No, Kiki's the better one. What do you think?
Oh my god. Okay, I'll tell you what Kiki is about, okay? You got this young witch girl who makes deliveries, and then it's just an aesthetic vibe, and she just makes deliveries. That's all the film is, okay? It's just a feel-good movie.
But Kevin, when you think about Ghibli, aesthetic, like the aesthetics of it all, that's really important. Like, think how many, like, Ghibli was built off its aesthetic, if you ask me.
Princess Mononoke is better. This is like one of the first anime films to do the, obviously now it's overly cliched, but like humanity versus nature. But obviously Princess Mononoke was made in like I don't remember the year, 19, I don't know. I don't want to say a year because I'll be wrong, like 70
it was
something.
Ancient. It's a long time ago.
To do that, but then the world that it built, the magical forests, the deers, even the society of where like there's only a tribe of women during, like, you know, when this was made during the 19 whatever, is like unheard of. Like, women in power, nah man, that can't be happening. Like, even now apparently can't be happening, but especially back then that was unheard of because all just men must do this, men must do that. But it basically contributed.
Do you know what I think Mononoke, like, why I don't like it as much, is because it feels like a film school film. Like, it's almost too perfect, and it's fucking like
too perfect. Like, oh my god, is it?
No, but do you not get what I mean? Like, if you go to film school and they have like an anime module, they would definitely talk about Mononoke. They just would, because
because if you have a dog shit opinion about Mononoke, you're just wrong. You're just wrong.
Also, that goat was fucking creepy. I still have nightmares about that goat.
Oh my god.
But okay.
I will allow Kiki is decent. I don't think Kiki is a bad film. I think it's good. There's not much to it for me, besides the vibe.
And let me guess, Princess Mononoke is a must-watch.
Yeah, obviously, it's easy a must-watch.
All right.
That's an easy one.
All right, kid.
How's that not a must-watch? You want to argue against that?
No, it's fine. We'll move on. K-On! The movie. Now, we all know Yamada's a great director, and that's another thing that you can't argue against. Yamada's like one of the best talent working in anime film, in anime in general, to be honest. And K-On! was her film debut, right?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. And as you can judge from the fact that I love Live the movie, I do like films where they go to a new place that isn't Japan, just because it highlights like the fun and the spectacle that is experiencing new things and new places. And Yamada actually went to London herself. I know this for a fact. There's like footage of it out there, and she documented it, and a lot of her experiences down to the some scene that she mentioned that she talked about later on in an interview, like, is directly based off her experience in London and how she felt at the time she wanted the characters to feel. And in that regard, it feels really authentic to me as a travel movie. As I don't know what is there a name for this type of movie, because there's a lot of them out there, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a name where, like, yeah, the main characters go to a different place they've never explored before. Like, kind of like, imagine, like, what? Oh my god. Sorayori, except this is K-On! Where, like, you know, Sorayori, they go to Antarctica, they go to London, and definitely Yamada has an eye for the minutia of details and everything. So
yes.
I think this film is really good. Obviously, it relies on you watching the series as well, because you need that context for the characters. So it's hard to say this is a must-watch, because then you have to watch K-On! But I would put this, like, you know, really good.
Yeah, it's definitely top of good stuff, if not a must-watch. Like,
you can't put it as a must-watch. You can't put it as a must-watch. Like, you have to watch other things. But yeah, good film.
Very good film. Yeah. Okay, Perfect Blue.
Satoshi Kon, my goat! I can't believe that this was his, like, first film debut and he made fucking Perfect Blue. Imagine that, right?
That is pretty crazy.
You're an anime director. You're like, oh, you get to direct your first anime film ever, and you make Perfect Blue.
Yeah, I would have liked to have been in the meetings where he was pitching this.
Like, what the f?
Yeah.
It's literally a criticize of idol culture and male gaze, essentially, and how idol culture is really. It can be fucked up because of how it's seen.
Yeah, if you're delusional, yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. Perfect Blue is a must-watch.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. 100%.
It's a must-watch.
Yeah.
One of the best psychological anime thriller films. And it still is, honestly. Hasn't been dethroned. It's a must-watch. I can't... You just have to watch it. I'm sorry.
You do. It's an experience that needs to be experienced.
Satoshi Kon was a one-of-a-kind living anime director. And we'll never see another mind like his again.
For sure. Yeah. Okay, Koe no Katachi, silent voice. Again, Yamada being amazing to even higher heights in this film.
I can link my 30-minute video.
I was waiting for that, yeah. His very popular video on a silent voice. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you're more qualified to talk about this than me, so go ahead. I'll add some stuff at the end.
I think A Silent Voice is just one of the perfect anime films ever made, in terms of you got these two main characters who suffer in different ways, and then they overcome it through a lot of human empathy, connection, and whatnot, because they learned that they learn a lot of hard truths in life and about getting bullied, getting bullied and hating yourself. But also, it's just a beautiful film, directed really well. There's a lot of
soundtrack is excellent, absolutely phenomenal. Yeah.
There's a lot of overarching parallels between, like, wanting a connection, but then the characters are, like, framed in a way where, like, they're very much separated. Yeah. And then the music by Kensuke Ushio is just like, anytime you hear the soundtrack, you'll just think of a certain scene or moment in the film.
It's one of the most iconic anime soundtracks for sure. Yeah,
and even now, I think a lot of people would say this is like one of the. I say sad. It's not a sad one. It's just like one of the most emotional anime films you'll ever watch.
Yeah,
I think.
For sure. The end of Evangelion. Okay, let's end it off with the end of Evangelion.
Ooh, this is such a banger. Obviously, this one requires you watching the series, but you know why End of Evangelion was made? It was because there was so much fan hatred for the actual series ending, because this time they actually ran out of budget. The one time the studio actually ran out of budget, and you can say that correctly, and then it was just a bunch of handwritten drawings and real life footage where the ending was just, what the fuck is happening? Everyone was mad and they sent death threats to Anno, and it was like, okay guys, I'll make it better. And then he gives you End of Evangelion and you still don't know what the fuck is happening, but hey, at least it's animated. And this is probably the most iconic film of all time, honestly. Anime film of all time.
I don't know about that one.
It is. No. It is. You talk about... There's... Oh my god. I do believe this is one of the most iconic anime film of all time, even more so than Ghibli. Like, you speak of Evangelion, End of Eva, and then I just think of this. Honestly...
Fair enough. Where does it belong, then? It's
a must-watch. It also... It obviously can change your life, but... Yeah, it's a must-watch.
It can change your life? Wow,
yeah, I didn't
realize that.
It changed Hideaki Anno's life because he made the rebuild and they're dog shit compared to this. Oof.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough in that regard. Yeah.
Look, he was much happier, made the rebuilds, and they're bad. He was depressed, made End of Evangelion, and that shit was insane.
Okay, so that is our tier list on the best anime films. Do you guys agree with our choices? Is there anything we missed? Probably. There's
probably something we missed. 100%. Something. I swear, if you put something this list is very contrarian. There's no Angel's Egg, something made in like 1960s. Fuck off. God. Fuck off.
Oh no. I don't think that will happen. But yeah, well, and yeah, it's these are fun videos to make. So please do like and do all that stuff so we can make more of them, because I really enjoy making these. So yeah, bye for now then.